Steffi, and I'm here to update you. I did go to the doctor. I've got a wonderful new doctor, and he explained to me more about family history. And I can't stress to you enough, I think my camera's a little off, how important family history is. I really didn't get it. And basically, my cholesterol's still a little high. My triglycerides, I think everything's good except my LDL. And my LDL is about 140 and it needs to be 99. But I've brought it down from 200 with diet. So he's giving me 2 months. And then if 2 months I cannot bring it down close enough or to that number, then I've agreed to go on a non-statin drug for my cholesterol, because with family history, keeping your cholesterol low is extremely important. He was telling me, that the family history thing, your body just does things differently, and it's very, very important that you get your numbers under control. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to be working very hard over these next 2 months till I go in and I go in for blood work on, I think, the second Friday in February. And then I'll go in to see him 6 months, which will be about mid-July. And I'm working really hard. I've already had my diet pretty clean, but I'm pulling it in even more. I was having too much bread, and I had to go off bread anyway because I just can't eat wheat. I've tried over the years, and it tears me up. I get to where my joints are so stiff I can barely move. It's hard to sleep, and it also will start to attack my thyroid, because a lot of people don't realize that for some of us, the gluten mimics the thyroid gland in our body, so the body attacks the gluten and then attacks your thyroid. So my thyroid numbers can go up if I'm on too much bread. So I just have to be off of wheat. And let's be honest, the world is made for wheat. You can't eat out if you can't eat wheat. But honestly, with my heart disease, I can't eat out anyway. We went to McAllister's, and I thought, I'm getting a healthy meal. But no, I felt my hands stiff from the sodium. There's no healthy eating out. You go to Chipotle's, it looks healthy, but the amount of sodium they put in that food, we're just eating at home. We're just eating at home, I mean, it's just not worth it. So I'm going to work really hard to eat the way I need to eat to avoid having to go on a medication for my cholesterol. But if I have to, I will do it. He explained the family history. We talked about the fact that after this type of surgery that I had, quadruple bypass, the average person lives 18 to 20 years because they don't change what they do. They either continue to smoke, continue to drink, continue to eat the wrong foods, and they just don't change. But if you change, you can live well beyond that. And he did say, yes, that is very true. If you change the way you eat, I don't smoke or drink anyway. I've never done drugs. I don't even like taking prescription drugs or over-the-counter drugs. I've never done illegal drugs. I do have to go see someone, though, about my ADD, because I do suffer from a little bit of anxiety from it. And I don't want to say depression, but things can get to me, but I definitely have anxiety. So I'm going to talk to my doctor, who I see in February, and have him refer me to, as my son calls it, a psychiatric doctor. I always thought it was psychologist or psychiatrist, but I'm going to see if I can get in with someone, talk to them about my lifelong ADD. I was on medication as a child, what I can take with the medicines I'm on, and go from there. But that's a separate journey. This year is the first year I did not make a New Year's resolution. The only thing I promised myself is I was going to do better. I was going to do better on my health, better on my mind, better at being more organized. I was going to work on me, but no list of, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. No, I'm just going to do better. I want to end this year at the lowest weight I've been in decades, with the healthiest numbers I've had in decades, and possibly no more prediabetes, and no more prehypertension. I have metabolic syndrome, which causes all these things. And that's the other thing the doctor told me too when I talked to my cardiologist. I lose the weight, get rid of the belly fat, metabolic syndrome goes away, which means better thyroid issues, which I don't have right now anyway. Better blood pressure, better cholesterol, everything's better. The metabolic syndrome can cause the heart disease as well. So I'm going to be doing a lot of research. I'm going to be writing every day on my computer. At the end of 6 months, I'm going to publish a little book. It's going to be my own private journal saying what I've eaten, what I've drank, what medications I'm on, what exercise I do every single day, my notes on how I feel. It's going to be my journal along with all the research I've been doing on what foods to eat, what foods not to eat, who says this and who says that. At the end of 6 months, I'm going to publish this. And even if I just buy one copy for me on Amazon, it'll be a personal journal. And then I'll do another one for the second 6 months of this year. And if it helps anyone else and they want to buy it, that's great. I make like $2 or $3 a book. It's not going to be much. So it's not for the money. I just feel this will hold me accountable. It'll be fun because I'm a writer at heart. I was always a writer until we had 4 kids and I just couldn't sit and concentrate anymore. And that's when I got into beadwork and crafting, which is my main channel. Stephie's Beads and Baubles is where I do videos on beadwork and jewelry and crafts and stuff. So that's what my goal is to really turn things around this year. I'm going to document it all starting today, because today was the day I was going to start documenting it starting today. And at the end of 6 months, or probably the end of July, I will get it all tidied up, send it over to my husband, who's publishing journals on Amazon, and he's working on a health tracker right now. And once his health tracker is done and we're happy with it, we're going to print out, we ordered a copy, and once we get it to where we like it, I'll show it to you guys. Again, he makes like $3, but it's something for him to do now that he's retired. He wants to do all kinds of journals and trackers and just have fun creating these things. So that's what we're doing. Retirement started out a little weird. He retired in June. I had a heart attack in September. Was not how we planned on things going. So it's just been a weird year. But this is going to be a good year. We're going to really get ourselves in the shape we haven't been in 20 years, at least. And I'm going to share it all with you. So every week I will let you know how my week's gone. Did I lose any weight? How's my blood sugar looking? How's my cholesterol looking? So every weekend I'll catch you up. So next weekend I will tell you where I'm at compared to this week, which I don't have my numbers in front of me, but I'm just going to do both numbers next week. I know my blood sugar was like 109 fasting this morning, and I think my weight was 216 something. But next week I'll start giving you both numbers, and then every week I'll give you last week's numbers and where I am this week, and we'll just keep going, and I'll share that every week. If I find out something interesting in my research, which I'm also going to be doing for the book, a lot of research on what to eat and why to eat it, and information that I can come up with, things my doctors and I have talked about, that'll all be in my book as well under another chapter. And anything I find that's interesting, I'll share here in a video. So I just wanted to stop in and say, I'm sorry I haven't posted, but I was kind of waiting till I talked to my new cardiologist, and I'm very happy with him. He's thorough. He's a doctor that listens to you, explains things to you in a way you can understand, doesn't dismiss you, doesn't put you down, listens to your needs as well, and works with you. He knows I don't want to be on medication. He lowered my blood pressure medicine and gave me an extended release. So he lowered it by half and gave me extended release. And then we're going to try to avoid the cholesterol lowering medication if I can get my numbers down in the next 2 months. So between walking and diet, I feel I can do it. It's only 41 points. And I've gotten it down from 200 and something on my own through diet with no medication. So I know I can do it. So I'm going to fight hard, work hard, and I'll share everything with you. So I'm using a brand new camera, so I'm going to try to get this uploaded now. And I'll be back next weekend with my updates, what my weight was, what my weight is, blood sugar, blood pressure, all of that. Next weekend, I'll start doing that every week, and sharing anything interesting I found out in my research. So I'll be back in a week. Thank you so much for watching. And if you're interested in crafts or anything like that, you can head over to my other channel, which there's a link on the homepage, Stephie's Beads and Baubles. But I'll be back later. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.